Hi everyone, Debra Dickinson here. Thank you for being on my channel. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And thank you everyone for all the wonderful, loving support that I got yesterday after I had my meltdown. That was actually my third meltdown out here on the road, but I'm going on my 5th year. So I'm not sure if that's a good average or not, but it was a big one. And I shared with my patrons the other two, and it actually wasn't. I recovered pretty quickly, and one reason I recovered was because of you. Thanks again. And today I'm going to tell you my plans, what I'm going to do about the van build, where I'm going to be so that if you're in the area, we can meet up, and just a whole bunch of other stuff about the van build today. So if you want to hear about the van build and where I am, stay tuned. If not, click the exit button and go to the second video for today, which is about my meetup. Okay, this is video number 1 for today, and like I said, the second one will be about my meetup, so be sure and tune in for that if you're interested, and I've got lots of wonderful details on there. But thanks to everyone and your input and some clarity from getting past the meltdown. I appreciate your input so much because yes, with my friends here and them talking to me and Jamie texting me, and I've decided to stay. I'm a mile away from the main center, the check-in, the admin tents and everything at main camp at the 2019 Van Build Fest. I am at mile marker number 6, and there's nowhere to park by me, but you can pull off the road. It's a wide shoulder, and you can pull off the road and stop by and say hi. And I am very open to that. I know I had a meltdown and I was crying, but I am getting enough alone time staying out here by myself more than a mile away that I'm okay, and I want to see people. So if you're in the area, please stop by. I'm near mile marker 6. Just call out that you're, see if I'm home. If my van's there, I am, and we can visit for a little bit, and I would greatly appreciate that. So I decided that late yesterday. I wanted to see how I was doing and to make sure I was up to that before I announced it. And then I walked Bandit last night and went up to the main campground, and Randy and Dan and my friend Amy and everybody, they've kind of convinced me to come up there tonight and wear my big old Princess Leia headphones and see if I can tolerate the music enough to dance a couple of songs. So that'll be on a video coming up probably tomorrow or the next day, if I can tolerate the music with earplugs in plus my headset. I said that I'm going to look like, you know, Monica on Friends when she put the turkey on her head and she's dancing. I said I'm going to be looking like that out there with my Princess Leia headphones and everything. But we're going to try. We'll see what happens. I may not be able to do it. I may not be able to stay. But I miss dancing. I haven't been dancing since my brain surgery. So this will be interesting, and of course I'm gonna lay low before and after, and that's how I can do things like that. And you guys, a lot of you suggested that, and I was like, of course they're right. I can just stay in my van, stay away, lay low, and get to still interact every now and then. And I'm gonna get my solar work done. The guy that looked at my van and did all his stuff yesterday, everybody tells me I don't need to do all that, and he's not part of the solar team. He says I'm not part of the solar team, so nobody be bashing the Van Build solar team. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm doing. And the solar team at the Van Build is going to take care of me. My friend Dan is working in the administration tent, and I'll film that when I go up to, Jamie said to go up there and coordinate with them for scheduling the solar work that I do want done and need done. I'm going to have some 12-volt outlets and USBs installed. I'm going to have my the motherboard where everything is moved so I can stretch my feet out without my toes getting caught in wires. And they're going to check to make sure that my solenoid is still working. So let's see, Bob Wells, my friend Terry, and my friend Brian, and Dan and Doria, Dan, they installed my solenoid, I think 3 years ago. And then when I had to have my engine battery replaced, they had to put all that back in. And so there's some concern that that solenoid may not be working properly anymore and be doing a draw on my house batteries. So they're going to check that out and see, because with 400 watts of solar and 3 100 amp hour Lifeline AGM sealed batteries, I should have enough power to do everything I need to do. And so I'm going to get that taken care of. Now I want to clarify something that I said in my last video yesterday. And when I'm in a meltdown and when I'm full of fear, and I probably should never say anything like what I said about CDLs on that video because I wasn't thinking clearly. So please let me clarify now. Do I think there should be training courses for rigs of a certain size required? Yes, I do. Absolutely. I don't care whether it's a Class B, Class C, Class A, whether you're pulling a toy hauler, a bumper pull, a fifth wheel trailer. I think that at a certain point there should be training required. And I think at a certain length, again, whether you're pulling a trailer or you're buying a motorhome RV, Class A, Class B, Class C, at a certain length. Well, I guess Class Bs wouldn't be in that length, but a Class C or a Class A at a certain length, a CDL should be required. Was I saying that of that poor lady that was stuck? No. When I was talking about being a newbie, she's not a newbie, and she has a CDL, and coming out in a rig at night in the desert for the first time, I was talking about, and I did not make it clear, past experiences where I've seen people come out. It'll be after dark, and they'll even pull over to a campfire, get too close to the campfire. I've even seen people run over one and ask things like, where are the stop signs and the street signs? And I can't find anything out here. And if you're that new, I just propose that you shouldn't be driving around in the desert after dark. And I've seen people literally go off into 500-foot trenches out here. They're called washes. And so I just was trying to say separately, don't be a newbie in the desert driving around after dark. If you've got a rig larger than anything you've ever driven before, especially, then get training in a CDL. And yes, I think it should be required. And no, I was not dissing on that poor woman. And no, she wasn't being careless and almost running over me. She could not see Bandit and I. She was like this. We were down here walking that way in the ditch. And she was doing what the guys were telling her, and they didn't even see us. So no one was being careless. No one was being reckless. And I really feel bad that I indicated that. And in the state of mind I was in, I should not have been sharing anything about that on video. So I hope that's clear. If it's not, please leave me a question in the comment and I will answer it. And I met her last night, and she's just a delight, and her name is Debra. And anyway, if I offended anyone or sounded snarky, please know I did not mean to, and that was on me for saying it when I didn't have a clear head. So I'm going to be here at the van build. I'm at mile marker 6. Come by and see me and Bandit. And right now I'm going into town to get a couple of things, and then we'll be back. But if my rig is closed up, I'm probably up at Solar or at the main camp registering. And otherwise, I'll see you down the road, everybody. Bye. Oh, and check out my video about my meetup next. The traffic here is ridiculous.